What's up, guys? So welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 3. How you doing, Frank? Good to see you, buddy. I have missed you. You're a good boy. Let me give you a little leg scratch. Oh, nope, you don't like that? All right, no big deal, buddy. It's gonna be okay. We're fine. Why is the music sounding like that? Can I be eaten? I'm just gonna back out of this just in case. Okay, so we are back. Very excited for today. Today we are gonna be doing what no scientist ever should, and we are going to be messing about with some, mixed species and creating some things that have never been created before. We're going to be making an Indorex, which is going to be amazing. But first things first, I want to try to see our T-Rexes thrive. So if we look here, her hunt just failed. Oh, that's really sad. She's feeling really down about it. But we've got an 11% chance of birth, and it looks like we're kind of entering the highest time that she could potentially give birth. So that's T-Rex 2 there. And if we check for the other female in here, again, it looks like we're going to be getting up towards the higher side of it. Now, the thing is, this has been really throwing us for a loop. So let's ride this park tour here. Obviously, this is amazing, if you could see this. But the reason why all of our T-Rexes keep getting tased and tranquilized and whatever else is because they sometimes on accident, other times not, will end up stepping on the track. Now, I think they do kind of mess with the Rangers occasionally too, but it's not as bad as this. So I'm going to say let's just go ahead and demolish this. Again, I am a little bit sad about this, but I think this ride is detrimental to the future T-Rex population. So we're going to get rid of all of this here. And that means we're going to have to change up our views a little bit. And I think that leaves us with one option. Let me flatten this out a little bit here if it's going to be possible. Ah, beautiful. Look at that. We can do it. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. We're putting the adventure back in Adventure Park. We're going to add another zip line here. And then I think we're probably going to need another viewing gallery over on the right side, and we could even do kind of a taller viewing platform, or do we want like a basic one? To be honest, we could even have one of each. Let's move this substation back. We can get that back connected to the grid. We can take a large path. We can, oh, I guess we were medium here because this wasn't kind of a main thoroughfare. So we could kind of bring it this way a little bit. There you go. And then we could connect these down here. Delete that because we aren't going to need that anymore. And then we definitely need to get some power to this thing. So let's do another little substation over here. And we actually are really close to power 4, which is going to be amazing. So we've got that there. Let's get the path coming off of it. No guest access because we need to finish this path over here that goes up to it. Oh, we've got it backwards. Oh, no. Swap direction. I need to physically move this because we need the... There you go. We have the path come off like this. Bring her around this way. Perfect. There we go. Incomplete zip line. Shoot, what's wrong? Okay. It should just let you switch it around, right? But all right, we're going to have this over here. We're going to have to swap this. We're just going to restart this thing from the start. We've got that there. We're going to have it come all the way down over here. Perfect. There she is. If they're attached with these paths. This time the path is in the correct place. Have it connect nicely. There we go. Okay. I like that. I kind of want it to go the other direction, though. Let's swap the directions. So you're going to walk in here, and this is going to take you over to our lagoon area that we were working on yesterday. So that looks pretty good. So we still have a good amount of view happening. They do have enough secrecy to be able to do their thing, and they're not going to be running into cars and being tranquilized every other minute. So let's hope that we're going to be able to hold on to a little bit of happiness there. Now, I think because our raptors have been expanding pretty quickly, we've got to be careful here. Looks like we've got some unhappiness. Looks like we want a little bit more space, a little bit more cover, a little bit more pasture, so we're going to have to expand this a little bit. And actually, in the meantime, let's make sure we're getting to work on these fossils. We were starting to look at the Giganotosaurus, so we're going to get as many people on this. We actually only need one person. Got that. Are there any other research things we could do quickly? Operations, staff task upgrades. Might as well go for that. Let's just get people cooking. $900,000 looks good to me. Now here, this is what I'm trying to prevent. I don't want to see people constantly doing that. Although with the raptors, I don't think we're going to have much of a choice. So we're going to go into our fences. We've got level 3 fences here. I say we just give these guys a little bit more here just to make them a little bit happier. And we still leave enough space that we could potentially do another enclosure at some point. But we just have to watch our numbers, dude. Like, I feel like our numbers are starting to get into kind of a weird spot, and we're breeding very quickly, and we're adding adults and things like that. So we just gotta be cool about it. It should finish up right as we get our power level 4, which is pretty exciting. I love that. So let me pause really quick. We're gonna demolish this stuff here, which is gonna give them a little bit more space. And what did they say they wanted? They wanted a little bit more area, a little bit more cover, a little bit more pasture. So we're gonna stick a little bit of cover over here. We're gonna add a lot more pasture in here. Water looks to be pretty good. Everything else looks good. Once they get over there, they're gonna be happy with that. Perfect. All right, there we go. Now, in terms of power, let's make sure we're paused because we don't want to get ourselves in trouble here, but we've got a small power substation. What we're gonna do is we're gonna demolish that. We're gonna put a large one in. This is gonna cost us a little bit more money, but it's gonna be fine because we're gonna be a lot more efficient. Get this guy tucked all the way in the back here. We can connect this each direction to make sure everything stays powered. I really hope there's no like delay or anything, you know what I mean? So we've got that there. Another small station over here. We're gonna do the same thing. To be honest, I'm not even sure if it's necessary yet, but I feel like it's better to be safe than sorry, and just make sure that we're always on the up and up here. So if we bring this way, should be able to connect that. Perfect. That's another one. Are there any other power stations? We're at 61 out of 120 there and 25 out of 120 here. So we are looking pretty good. Technically, this one, I don't even think we needed that because we're only running 2 substations. Let's take that back. He's at 25 out of 90 at that point. Okay, so we could keep building off of this one over here, but just try to make sure we always have enough. I'm gonna hit play. Hopefully everything's good. Looks like nothing went down. I was really hoping we weren't gonna lose the electric fences or anything and we were gonna be okay. And dude, look at this. Zip lining over a T-Rex. That is insane. So now we're just kind of waiting on some fossils and stuff. New megalodons are looking happy. I'm not even sure what to expect out of this place, dude. We have so many dinos in here. It's at 100% wetland and saying they want more. Okay, I mean, that's kind of a weird request there, but we can definitely make that happen. Let's see how our stegos are looking. They're happy. They want a little bit more ground fiber, but overall, really not too bad. Add some more ground fiber. Just don't want to get in trouble with anything else. There we go. We just have so many dinos in here. It's kind of crazy. And honestly, the ride-through rides, as cool as they are, I think they cause more trouble than they're worth. We're going to leave it open for now because I feel like it does make people really, really happy. But this has just been absolutely chaotic, and I kind of feel like we might, if we haven't gotten rid of them already, we might want to think about deleting some of the... I think, did we do that actually? I don't remember. But we don't want them to keep procreating in here because it's getting a little bit chaotic. Ooh, we are 2 seconds away. Fossil extraction has been completed, and we have a new viable genome. And the Giganotosaurus, as well as the INDOMINUS Rex, combines the genome data from multiple dinosaurs and modern species. Base genome is primarily Tyrannosaurus Rex and Velociraptor. The rest is classified. So, well, we're going to have to wait for all of our scientists. It's going to cost us $4.5 million, but it is going to be so worth it. So let's see where we're going to be putting this thing. Let's get our staff upgrades complete here. I'm thinking maybe back behind the Raptors. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Zipline drops you off here. We have people coming this way for the T-Rexes, so this is definitely going to be an Indominus Rex situation over here. I wonder if we could have him just in here. I think he gets along with other things. Like if we take a look, let me see my Velociraptor here. Let me see who likes the Indominus Rex. So I'm going to start him small over here. And maybe, just maybe, we will end up combining these or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So what we're going to do is we're going to take an enclosure. We're going to go... We probably want super heavy fences, though. Can you just upgrade fences like this? You can't. Shoot. Okay, that's going to be a bit of an issue. I'm going to have this be a little bit separate then. We're going to bring it this way. I have wanted to mess with the invisible fences a little bit. So some of you guys said in the last episode that one of the features of this game is that you can now use You can now use terrain as a block, but I don't see how that's possible here. Like, I can't build all, but unless I could just leave that open right there, but then technically he could walk along here if he wanted. I don't know. I don't know that I trust that. So we're gonna pretend, but we are gonna use that invisible fence for fun. So I'm gonna have this come all the way here. How is that terrain too steep? What are you talking about? All right, we're gonna have to flatten this out really quick. This all nice and flat right here. Beautiful. Flatten it all the way to the edge because I don't want to have any issues with the fences. Looks like our research is done, so we can go ahead and pause this. We're going to take that level 5 heavy fence. We're going to bring this straight across here. And then I'm going to say, let's go invisible fence. Shoot, we're going to want space for people to be able to see it. It's going to be fine. But if we go invisible fence here, terrain too steep. This is... See, I wish I could just have it go off the edge and like come out here and make it so that they couldn't get through it. But I don't know how you do that. I'm going to have to look that up. I'm just going to have this flatness come all the way to the edge, all the way around. And we can adjust a little bit later if we need. We're going to have this invisible fence kind of make its way around like this along the edge. Shoot, can't go that far. Terrain too steep, dude. That is so annoying. At least this will kind of look like it's blocked by the terrain and not other issues. Kind of give us a bit of a more open park type of feel. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Gonna take a little bit more power, but that's perfectly fine by me. Bring this back around this way, and we can line it back up there. Perfect. Okay, so we've got a thing here now. We're gonna have to move this raptor. I think eventually I probably want to upgrade this. Is there not a way? There's no way there's not a way that you can't come in here and click this and like why can't I say, is there an upgrade option? View mode, replace. Beautiful. Okay, so you can replace. So if we decide to do anything crazy, we can, but what we're gonna do is I'm going to take a little bit of space off the raptors here. Hopefully they're not going to be too upset with me. We're going to have this come down this way. We're going to have this come over this way. And then that way we can delete this and we can have a path come through here. So we'll see how that works out. Let's let these fences start to get built. We are going to need another substation, which I'm going to put... Can't put it down there, really? Terrain constraints? No. Put it right there. Perfect. And... I'm going to have this come to the mountain, come across here, and connect there. Perfect. There you go. Okay, the fence is online, and we've got kind of like a little secret fence that, you know, lets our Indominus Rex have a bit of a view. So our scientists are done. Let's go ahead and get on the research on that. Hybrids, Indominus Rex, scientist limit of 5. That's going to be fine. So we're looking for logistics and science, and it looks, oh shoot, 27 out of 30. We need somebody that has more science. We're going to have to train some people. Okay, I love this. So we're getting a bit beyond, I think, what we're typically supposed to. Let's train her. We're going to give her... We can't give her any more genetics. We train and give more genetics. We can. 4 genetics. Perfect. There you go. And that means we should be able to get there. Look, wait. What? We need a genetics expert. We need somebody that has more than 4. Can we train Gurgias or Cha? Well, we're going to need 3 more than 4. We're going to need to get somebody to 7. Gurgias, we can't. Cha, we can. But we're not going to be able to get him. Oh, we can get him to 8. Somebody's going to have to go, bro. Cha, I'm sorry. I really like his cheaper research thing. That's been really, really helpful. Actually, let me sort by this. Pollard, but she's our logistics specialist. I feel like Cha. Gurgis is taking a nicer salary. I'm gonna get rid of Cha, dude. I'm sorry, buddy. See you later. That's really sad. So we're gonna need somebody with a high genetics background and ability. We've got Ayan Malakar starting at 4 here. He's got faster extraction, so that sounds good to me. We're gonna want to bring him in, and then we're gonna take Malakar. We're gonna train him, and we're gonna give him as many genetics as possible. Is that going to give us enough? Yes, 17 out of 15, 30 out of 30. Because we've got somebody that has the cheaper research, that's going to make it in 3.1 million instead of 4.5. And in 7 minutes and 30 seconds, we are going to have our Indominus Rex genome. Now, I'm not really fully sure how that's going to work, but here we go. Let's go ahead and get all of these set up here. Go ahead and get this set up. Then we're going to be able to delete these, and we're going to be able to bring this path back over. So we're going to take, I actually say, let's pause for a minute. Let's demolish this and just make this look a little bit better. Delete that there. Let's delete this too. Let's make this look a little bit nicer here. So we're going to have this medium path. We honestly probably need to change this into a large path. We'll see if we could do that eventually, but we're going to have this come directly off of here. Terrain is too steep, bro. That is so freaking annoying. That does not look steep at all. Try to make this a bit more even, and then we could try to smooth it out. Perfect. There you go. Okay, so we're going to have this guy come off of here, come all the way here, and then we're going to go right down the middle here, and I'm hoping we're going to have enough space to be able to build viewing platforms on each side. I guess we could technically check that out first. We are most definitely not. But that's okay. What we could do is we could put one here, and we aren't going to need one here. We're going to want this one on the other side. So we could flip that over, and then we could put a viewing platform over here. We're going to be good to go. Okay. If anything, we could move this a little bit more centralized. Now we can delete this safely because those raptors aren't going to be able to get out. And then we could bring this path in and kind of have it come around back this way. We're going to have another viewing gallery over here. It's in the water. That's unfortunate. All right. We're probably going to end up needing more space, so this might all end up being for naught, but we're just going to start with this for now, and we'll see what they end up liking. We're a few minutes away from it anyway, so set that guy up. Perfect. Let's get this in here. Beautiful. Let's get a little power mini substation over here. Closest one is going to be over there. So if we bring this way, bring this over here, that looks nice and even. You're not going to be able to see too many wires. I guess they're just kind of over the fences, but that's just a necessary evil. And now we can have this come right here, and this one can come up this way. Perfect. And don't forget this guy. Oh, are you freaking kidding me, bro? The terrain too steep is going to be the end of me. There you go. Okay, perfect. So yeah, one of the most terrifying beings on planet Earth. He's going to be right here. We were calling this danger point before, so I think we're really sticking to that name. That's kind of exciting. You know, he's got some good views. Unfortunately, it is only the little basic views, but we've got most of his pen covered. I just don't know if we're going to have enough space here. Technically, I mean, we could delete this. We could give him a little bit more over here. Bring it back this way. I'm just going to preemptively give him that just for the heck of it, just because I want him to be happy and merry. So let's bring this here. Let's go invisible all the way to here. And then we could go level 5, replace, and we're just going to preemptively start this, and we could put level 5 all the way across there, which means we can delete this, and that gives us a little bit more. And we know eventually, why did that not? Level 5, replace. Oh, you just have to click each individual one. I mean, it's not much money. I'm just gonna, why did that just lose power? Why is there a dino threat? Because while it's being replaced, they could potentially get out of here. Hold on, whoa. Why did that lose power? I'm just gonna undo it. We're fine. Just gonna undo it. I'm not sure how that just happened. This is a power fence, that's why. Okay, so if we look at the gates, the invisible fence is powered, but the level 5 heavy fence is not powered. Interesting. I mean, do we just want to switch everything? I feel like switching everything to an invisible fence is kind of silly because it just doesn't look realistic, but we'll see. The question is an electric fence? I would assume level 5 fence is going to be better, but is an electric fence technically better because it does give you that extra peace of mind, little shock factor? I'm not sure. So with what few scientists we have left, do we want to start researching on some more options here? Looks like we can get the next power level, which is going to be beautiful. We could start working on that. I don't think we have anybody else left, so we're just going to go ahead and speed things up. Let's see how the park is looking. We're down to a 581,000 profit per minute. We need to keep adding more species. I hate to say it, but I do think getting some more herbivores and stuff would really help us out. Maybe like a massive, like, do we have a huge open area? If we could do like a massive cohab area, like super oversized, that could be kind of interesting. I know it's not quite as sexy as some of the giant fish and things. How we feeling, Tina? How we looking? 13% breeding chance. All right.
Look at that, a juvenile T-Rex. Isn't that wonderful?
Where?
One of nature's greatest predators, the king of the tyrant lizards. And now we, that is, You're breeding them. Well, that's incredible. Yes, it certainly is, but please forgive me if I don't jump with joy at the prospect. A hybrid dinosaur. Oh boy, and here I was thinking that we were now trying to work with nature. You don't have to have read my best-selling first book called God Creates Dinosaurs, of course, to know that you've stepped foot on a slippery slope. But, you know, what could possibly go wrong?
Dude, look at how absolutely beautiful this thing is. Are you kidding me? We got a baby T-Rex. Hold on, I gotta see this in first person. This is ridiculous. I didn't even know we were pregnant. Look at the little guy. Dude, he's like the... He's pretty big, but he's not that big. I kind of expected a baby T-Rex to be a bit bigger, I'm not gonna lie. He would still mess you up in a heartbeat. He's gonna mature in 10 years. Oh my goodness, dude. Frank is a dad. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, Frank. His comfort's not very high. I'm imagining... I'm not worried about a contract right now. I'm imagining that's because he just hasn't checked everything out yet. He's got more cover area, everything that he could possibly ask for. Adult males, females, everything looks good. He's missing meat. He won't be able to hunt live animals. He's not going to be able to... Chill, bro. Chill, 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 chill. He's not going to be able to do much against that, is he? He's going to have the meat freely delivered to him. There's little meat platters over here. He likes his charcuterie boards. He doesn't like his, Don't chase after him. Please don't. He hit the fence once. Please, give the man a break. Don't do it. He's just a baby. Hold on, let me take this over. We got a picture of a T-Rex baby, $100,000 right there. That's what I'm talking about. He's just a baby. I think they're gonna end up attacking him though because he hit the fence there. But dude, that is beautiful. Okay, I had no idea that we were pregnant, but I love to see that. That's what I'm talking about. Let me make sure everyone's over close to the walls, which I don't like. Cohab is good there. Can't breed because of recent eggs. Wait, T-Rexes have life partners? Dude, this is Mrs. Frank over here. That is so cute. That's what I'm talking about, Chelsea. If you and I were a few 100 million years old, I would be a T-Rex family too. I don't even know how old T-Rexes are, but I don't think it's a few 100 million. Well, maybe it is. Hold on. 68 to 66 million years ago. So, you know, close, but no cigar. That basically like last week at this point with how good my memory is. But all right, so we've got a baby there. We've also got the ability to now breed this INDOMINUS Rex, which I'm a little bit worried about, but I'm also very excited. I know we talked about this before. Technically, we can breed in any one of the other breeding things, but I really like... We're not going to have the space for it here. We're going to have to. This is just going to be a tough welcome to life here. So we're going to go with a level 6 fence. Is there a space that we're not... I guess we could... We'll just put it next to where he's going to end up going so he doesn't have as far of a flight. But we're just going to bring this out here. Make him a nice little box that he can be born into. Such a boring start to your life, but he's going to have a very exciting life afterwards. We've got that. We're going to add the little hatchery thing. We're going to flip this around. We're going to need to put this here. We'll just have a straight line there. Perfect. And now what we can do is start synthesizing an INDOMINUS Rex. So looks like it's a batch size of 1. Dude, look at this thing. Oh my goodness. It's only going to cost us $1.1 million. So we're going to modify the genome here. We've got 17 available modifications. I'm going to get him back to normal to start, and we'll see what else we can do. We're not breeding for fighting and stuff yet. I'm going to say, let's go with some humility, breeding, resilience, lifespan, appetite, thirst, aggressiveness towards vehicles. We're going to go more on that, more on that. We've got 4 left here. I'm going to go more on comfort, and then I'm going to say more on lifespan. Humility, fertility. Do we want to breed? Maybe we want to breed. Can we get an Indoraptor or an Indorex baby? That'd be kind of cool. Let's go plus 50% on fertility. Perfect. Go ahead and save that. This is going to be absolutely ridiculous. It's going to be $2 million. So we're going to get all of our best scientists on here. Looks like we're gonna need one more. Perfect. There you go. All right. In 3 minutes, we are gonna have ourselves an Indominus Rex. Let's make sure that these fences are good to go. And honestly, let's synthesize another one. We're gonna go with the same thing. Oh, you could only get females. Wait, what? I really can't get a male? Why did I put anything into fertility? It's gonna be a fertile Indominus Rex that we can't do anything with. That's fine. It's not a big deal. We're gonna power issue over here. Are we running low? Hold on, let me see. We're all still running off of this large power station. 120 out of 120 usage. So we're gonna have to go to the next power station, which I actually think we have unlocked. We've got the large. Nope, that's this. What did we receive? That's crazy how close we were to messing that up. What did we get from increased power upgrade for the power station? Ah, I forgot to do the upgrades. So we're going to go increased output and storm defense. So now we're going to be at 129 out of 180. That's beautiful. And now those should be online. Perfect. Okay. So we were almost at the point where we were going to run out of power. We were going to have issues. We might want to think about another power station at some point. We are making a good amount of money here. So let's not tempt fate. We're a minute 33 out. Really what we could do is we keep, well, we're not going to keep expanding this way much. We could do one more pin right here. And again, we might combine these pins right here. So we'll see. We're going to put another carnivore over here. This is freaking Carnivore Cove, Danger Point, whatever you want to call it. But we should probably think about putting another power station like maybe over here. And everything going this way starts running off of that because otherwise, it's going to get a little bit sketchy. Now, let's actually check. Looks like we're missing some maintenance, and we're definitely missing some ranger patrols over here. I'm going to place another ranger post right in the middle of this, and then we're also going to have to put a maintenance post nearby to take care of all of these buildings. It's like if it goes right here, you're going to be able to get all of those. Now, the thing is we haven't added any maintenance teams. Yeah, I was going to say, I think I'm going to put another ranger station and a maintenance team over here. We put this like this. Response facility back here. I just feel like messing around with carnivores, it's just not worth it. So we're going to have that and a maintenance facility over in the corner over here. And we honestly probably could have put them a little bit further back if we wanted. These are carnivores after all, so let's try to play it safe. And then we can really, like these guys, let's put a gate over here. If we put a gate, oh, not gonna be able to put it right there. We put a gate right there, perfect. Looks like can they get through that? Is that too chaotic? They don't really like that. Okay, hold on. Let me delete this really quick. We're gonna be fine. Let me try to flatten this land out a little bit. That gate looks a little better there. Let's reduce radius and intensity. If we flatten this down, there you go. Okay, that's perfect. So we've got a gate there, and now what we can do, get this guy set up. We've got these two going. Now we'll just put some, we'll change up who's set on what. So like this ranger post, we're gonna unassign these guys, and we're gonna open these up to other teams. But we could assign the ones that are 177 meters away, and then we want to make sure we're doing our upgrades on these two. Make sure we get the additional teams and task scheduling. There you go. So all of the ranger teams that are in here, we're going to switch over. I guess this one we could keep on this ranger team over here, but this one and this one for sure we're going to want to switch over. Let's unassign these, and then we're also going to be able to do the same with our maintenance posts as well. So we'll have a maintenance post that we'll put right here. And again, we could put these closer maintenance teams on them. Same thing with this guy back here. We're going to be taking somebody from nearly 600 meters away, which is a long way. I was watching the New York City Marathon today, which was kind of fun. Meters reminded me of that, but we've got that there. Is there... That one could probably stay. This one, we probably... I mean, technically that one could stay. Let's go ahead and unassign it, though. So we're going to go all 247, and then this guy over here, we're going to do the same thing, 371. And then this ranger post, we're going to be able to add the guys that are a little bit closer. And, oh, shoot, we need to add the capture teams that are closer, too. So, like, for this ranger post, don't forget to unassign that capture team and add the closer one. Okay, so I think we're all good to go there. Let's make sure, take a look at our management views. Nothing is not being taken care of. That all looks good. Maintenance, ranger patrols. Do we not have to maintain this fence? We're going to have to keep an eye on that. But maybe the invisible fence doesn't take any maintenance. I don't know. All right. I think we're ready for incubation here. Let's select eggs. We can only do female. She's strong and aggressive. Do we want to try another one just to see what we can get? Let's synthesize another dinosaur. We're going to edit her. So we don't care about fertility at all. I'm going to add one more to tolerance so she's less aggressive, and then maybe sociability. Is that lore that I'm missing out on? I got to be honest, I haven't seen the last couple of movies, but can you only have a female Indominus Rex? I guess it could be just kind of a genetic thing that we can't hack that yet. But all right, so while we're waiting on that, let's get our scientists busy. I kind of want to get our last operations thing here for Staff Center 4, which is going to let us train up to level 5 and increase our building limit. So to construct at least 2 operational centers, which is going to be fine. I don't think we really need 2 staff centers at the moment. I'm going to place this somewhat close to a power source, hoping that this is going to count. Let me just go ahead and put this in here. Beautiful. Now we're going to be able to go to research. Let's go ahead and get to work on this. It's going to take everyone, all hands on deck. We're going to have to use a pollard that's tired, but that's fine. And then I'm going to take these 2 back because we don't really need that. And we're still going to have this research. Oh, that's going to take 8 minutes, though. So we're not going to have enough scientists to synthesize that. We could figure that out, though. Hold on. Let me see. Improved costs. Let's go scientist capacity. So we're going to be able to hire more scientists. And we're going to be able to get this done. Really hoping for the best, though. I feel like the aggressive trait is not good, so hopefully we did a good enough job, especially if she's going to be alone in this pen, at least to start, or if she's going to be around other animals, and she eventually comes in here and she's going to be around our gyro balls. I definitely don't want her to be aggressive, but ultimately we can't really mess with fate too much. So let's see how she's going to end up coming out here. Please, 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 please. Tolerant, defensive, and accommodating, but also aggressive. Okay, at least she's got some positive traits here. We're going to be able to begin the incubation. Technically, we do have scientists available. We're going to have to send Hajar, even though she's tired. We really got to be careful here, dude. I'm nervous about ending up having some scientists rebel and you know, hurt us, but hopefully we're going to be okay. Let me see if we've got some more piscivore locations. Pteranodon. Any marine locations? No, not really. Okay, I'm down to start looking for some pteranodons if we've got the ability. Pteranodon here. Malakar's ready to go. Let's go ahead and get him on that. Make sure that all scientists are all on deck at all points in time. We've got 950,000 income. Everything's looking good. We're still making money. Got 62 million in the bank, and we're about to add an Endorex, which is going to be absolutely insane. In just 8 minutes. And I'm going to make sure we've got some big boy research happening here. I'm going to make sure whenever this is done, we are definitely going to be getting a scientist rest period to make sure that people aren't too upset. So we're going to get Pollard and Hajar on a nice little vacation. So we're up to a 3.5-star park. Let's take a look here. 2,353 guests. So we're at 100% dinosaur prestige. We just need more species. We've got the max number of guests, max income per minute. Take a look at our economy here. I mean, one thing we haven't really looked at in a while while we're waiting, we might as well. Let's take a look at bathroom availability. So we're going to want a bathroom over yonder. Going to take a look at hospitality here. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that we probably want a, Hyperloop stations. We're going to check that out eventually. Where's a restroom right here? So we're going to set up a restroom here to help out a little bit. I'm going to say, I'm going to get ahead of the lawsuits. We're going to put a, we're just barely not in the right spot. We're going to put a shelter right here. That looks good to me. I'm going to slow this down a little bit because this is something that we haven't really paid attention to in a while. So restrooms, it's going to want more restrooms. I did not realize these were so important. I'm going to put another restroom over here. We're going to put another restroom. Oh no, we're good to go now. I guess another restroom over here. That's not going to have any power. Can you upgrade substations? No, you can't. Shoot, that's unfortunate. So we're just going to spend 25K to put this guy right here and connect it back. Perfect. There you go. So that guy's good to go. Take a look at shelters. So these guys are all protected. Shelter's good. You don't really need too many shelters. I like to hear that. I would imagine food and drink as well as hotel is probably a bit of a problem right now. So let's take a look at some large shopping amenities. Yeah. People are upset they can't shop when they're sitting next to T-Rexes and soon-to-be Indominus Rexes, which is kind of crazy to think about, but it is what it is. Okay, we're going to be able... She's disgruntled. Go ahead and take a vacation, bae. Do your thing. To be honest, I will happily pay for any vacation you need. We got 70 mil in the bank, bro. I ain't worried about it. I just want to make sure that you aren't potentially trying to screw me over and catastrophically destroy our park here. But, all right, let's take a look at some other management views. So everything's good there. Missing shelter up there, that's fine. Shopping, amenities. Let's check our maintenance. Technically, this thing is just outside of maintenance, bro. That's crazy. Okay, let me move this inside the maintenance field, and we could get that reset up there. Perfect. And now that's in maintenance. All right, there we go. I love it. Animal is pregnant. Oh, we got a baby shark. Do, baby shark. Do. Okay, pregnant for 33 seconds. That's how long it takes. Indominus Rex has been completed. Tiny is formed a lifelong partner bond with Tina and will only mate with them from now on. Dude, that is so freaking cute. Are you kidding me? Hold on. Where's Tina again? Initial contracts are available. I'm not worried about that. Nope, not the viewing gallery. We got pregnant Tina here, dude. Birth is imminent. Dinosaurs successfully raised to maturity. Yes, I know that. Hold on. Chill. Small increase in salary for Evelyn Pollard. We're going to make sure she's not mad. Hold on. Let me make sure our other scientists. Let's go ahead and rest. Hat jar there. Where? I want to see the birth. Birth is still imminent. How does this work? I cannot believe we got our megalodons pregnant, dude. That's amazing. Wait, is she going over? She's going over to the breeding ground. This has got to be it. The miracle of life. The circle of life here. Oh, look at her go. She's just there in the seaweed doing her business. What a good girl. And I'm hoping, I mean, she's hungry. That woman working. Good for you, girl. I'm hoping they're going to be comfortable. Technically, oh, they can have more sharks. Perfect.
Life began in the seas. The life that you just bred in particular began there many millions of years ago. But now it returns. And not a genetically engineered creation either. Regular, naturally bred life.
It's like the size of a great white.
Not for all the, traumatic experiences.
As a baby.
The megalodon has existed in every ocean in the world, but it tends to prefer warmer climates like a lot of other prehistoric animals. It's a truly dominant ocean predator. So, stay out of the water. Unless you want to line up to be a hot lunch.
Why is this saying requires a lagoon? It's not letting me... Oh, you put it on the side. Okay. So he's got a little fishery here now, so he's going to be able to eat. I love that the babies can't go hunt. Like, he couldn't jump out of the water and get the sharks like they do. He's got to have the little fishery ready to go. But he's happy. We got mom and dad here. Proud mom and dad. Way to get it in, buddy. Thank you very much, Tiny and Tina, for you guys doing your thing. Okay. Now we're going to come back over here. We've got another miracle of life. So I'm going to discard our first attempt, and we are going to release a brand new Indominus Rex. Bro, wrong turn. Skirt. What are you guys even doing in here? Get out of my cutscene, bro.
There was a time where I had nothing but respect for the great minds behind this hybrid. The research it required, the careful genetic splicing of so many exaggerated predator characteristics.
That is so cool.
Now I respect its creators far less, but the Indominus Rex itself still demands all.
All right, so we're going to trank this guy. Let me see what he wants and needs. We want mostly pasture, a little bit of cover, and more area. Water and prey. While we're waiting on him to get tranked, I really hate that that's the start to his life, is he's just like stuck there getting tranquilized. But, so we're going to put a prey in here. We've got a little bit of water. We're definitely going to be expanding the water a little bit. Let's have a nice, like, half moon bay or something. Oh, the ranger post is out in the middle of that. That's fine. We're going to want a little bit of cover and mostly pasture. So we're going to take pasture here. We're going to give this a lot of radiance, or radius and intensity. Radiance, I guess. It's pretty radiant grass. So we've got that there. And then we're going to go maybe some woodlands back in this corner back here should be enough. Oh no, we're missing meat. Hold on, we've got some guys that are upset. Do we have too many babies in here? We need more meat. Okay, we could set down a meat. You're gonna be fine. Don't freak out. You guys are good. And now we're going to be able to take this guy. We're going to be able to transport our Indominus Rex over into his forever pin, and we can delete this or move it or whatever. Include it with our next situation that we add. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I wouldn't mind doing another pin right here. It just might have to be smaller carnivores because it's not very big. I guess it's bigger than this, though. Look at that absolute beauty right there. Yep, bring her this way. Come on, right here, right on the flare I set. Oh. Dude, why is that so funny? She's got longer arms than a normal T-Rex. Can you imagine the feeling? I would certainly not be sitting in here. Go ahead. Nice and easy. I would get out of here if I were you, sir. There we go. Welcome to your new home. And this is the legit one. There's no reason to be upset. You've got enough comfort. Oh. You're supposed to be tolerant of vehicles. I would let her do her thing first. You know what I mean? Let's see what her environmental issues are. Comfort is just not good. Pasture, cover. Oh, she's just got to figure it out. She's at 220% of her water. She's going to have enough cover. If she gets over there, she's going to have more than enough pasture. We might want a little bit more cover. We have this over here. Just so she can see that. Yeah, she's going to go look into the cover. She gets to 52% here. She's thriving. Oh, that girl thriving, baby. That's what I'm talking about. She needs a little bit more cover. There you go. Up to 100%. Just absolutely thriving. And we should see guest count has gone up. Profit per minute has gone up. And we're up to 6 out of 12 different species. Now, if we, we've been talking about adding some more swimming species. We've been talking about adding some flying species. And then if we eventually did like a big open savanna or something over here, that could be kind of interesting. But this is cool. Show the view here. Oh, goodness. We're down on the ground. Bro. Look at the claws on that thing. That is terrifying. Oh my goodness, I love that so much. And she seems to be pretty happy and chill. How you doing? Good to see you, girl. Little Indominus Rex who's a good girl. So let me see here. Low fertility. Dinosaur is incapable of producing offspring. That's unfortunate. Doesn't like anything. Dislikes everything due to the aggressive trait. So if we could potentially... What happens, theoretically, if we synthesize another one... Modify the genome. I'm going to take it off lifespan. We're going to be 100% tolerance. Reduces the animal's aggressiveness. We're going to spend another $2 million on this. Let's see if this works a little bit better. Where you going, girl? Good to see ya. Oh, chill. Oh. Why don't you guys get out of here, please? Let her enjoy her time. My goodness, she was just brought into this world for the first time. She's trying to figure out what's going on. She woke up from a crazy nap, and she's just trying to make sense of everything that we've got going on. I kind of want to add, let's add another live prey feeder there. Beautiful. See if we can get her chasing after some goats. Why do they keep running up on her? I think they're refilling the goats over here. She's just like, what the heck is that thing? I've never seen anything like that in my 68 million years. Well, technically, she never existed before until it was us, which is interesting. Dude, at some point, we are definitely going to be breeding these things to fight. Imagine when we're using all of our traits to, like, make them aggressive and mean and add everything else. Oh, here we go. It's goat time. Oh my goodness, dude. Picked it up and then knocked it out and finished the job with its arms before swallowing it whole. That's pretty incredible right there. Okay, our second one is done. Let's see how we did here. Humble, tolerant, and aggressive. I'm going to discard those eggs too. We're going to synthesize another dinosaur. We're going to keep going until we get one that we could potentially put in the raptor dome is kind of my goal here. Are we going to be able to do 2 at a time? Ooh, the Giganotosaurus is going to be cool, too. Is that... Sounds like that's how you say it, yeah. We're not going to be able to do 2 at a time. That's fine. Okay, we're just going to waste $2 million at a time, hoping for the best here. I just feel like having it in there... It's so funny. Where are you, little one? Oh, there you are. She turns so green when she's inside. But if you take a look... Likes, no liked species. Dislikes, everything. Likes, Indominus Rex and Scavenger. Dislikes, Carnivores and Therizinosaurus. So for whatever reason, these little raptors are gonna look to this thing like mom or something. You know what I mean? Like she's gonna be the head honcho if she gets put in there. Have another one completed here. I mean, I don't want to spend all day. Tolerant and aggressive. I'm gonna say let's try one more time and see if we can get non-aggressive. And I don't know what we would need to not get aggressiveness. Let's reduce resilience. Let's reduce lifespan. Let's add sociability and comfort. Or maybe humility. Maybe take comfort off, add humility. Let's go for that and see how it works out. We've got some more scientists that are tired from doing all this, which is fine. So we'll let them rest. She keeps getting taken out because I think she's not. She's happy with her overall environment, but she's just getting aggressive towards the vehicles. If we could get one without aggression, that would be huge. And honestly, if we could put her in here and then use this for something else, kind of have a preset pin, we could even kind of expand this way and have a bigger pin if we wanted. Could be kind of interesting. But look at that. She's constantly just vehicles under threat, and they're constantly taking her out. Okay, I'm going to say let's unassign the capture team so they stop taking her out. Checking over all of our other dinosaurs. Looks like most everyone is happy. The one thing that we could do... I mean, they're all happy, though. They're being good. I was going to say we could synthesize some better raptors, but I don't... Ooh, sickly and aggressive. Humble, tolerant, social, strong. Okay, I'm going to try one more time. Dude, look at this. She took out the Jeep over here. I mean, she's not going to be tranked now, which is good. She's roaming and happy. She just... I mean, they ran into her there. Let's be realistic. Why are they driving so close to her? You guys could be a little bit smarter. Wait, if she goes and attacks it... Okay, no, she just doesn't like anything. Look at her. Oh my goodness, dude. Can we ride along in this thing? I don't think we can ride along. She just really doesn't like anybody driving in her space. Which, to be honest, is perfectly understandable to me. And these guys, I mean, we've got 2 feeders in here. There's no reason why you should be having to go in here as often as you are. This has 22 feedings in it. That has 24 feedings. There is no reason to keep driving around in here. She's a good girl. She's just misunderstood, I think. Look at those teeth on that thing. My goodness, dude. This game is so freaking sick. I love this so much. Okay. Synthesize complete. I don't think we're ever not going to get aggressive. Tolerant, social, defensive. I'm just going to leave that in there for now, and we'll see what happens. So there you guys have it. That's the Indominus Rex, the Indo Rex. Absolutely love it. Great new addition to the park. Our biggest Achilles heel right now is we just need more species. So I think next episode, we're either going to keep working on some of the water species and expand our lagunarium over here. I kind of want to build a big open space with a ton of dinosaurs over here. And I really, really want to do the kayaking Cretaceous cruise option at some point. Vehicle under threat. Is that her again? I don't see that it's her. Nope. She's just over here enjoying the sunshine. Oh, look at that. She was checking out the view. That is incredible. All right. We need a name for her. It's got to be like Hangry or something. I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you want to see next. Peace out.